we were doing a USO tour over in Greenland, of all places. And there's not a whole lot going on in Greenland. I don't know if you've ever been there. Not a big tourist trap kind of joint. And we've done extremes on the military tours. In Greenland, it was negative 30 something. Ridiculous. Cold like you don't even know. And there was also no sunlight for 2 weeks. Well, it was 2 weeks prior to when we got there. They're like, it was the last light festival. They're like, we're postponing it for when you get here. So we got there 3 in the afternoon, pitch black, which I've never experienced. And we were there for about 10 days. And it was just a wild thing for the band to be held up in Greenland for 10 days, playing just a couple shows and hanging out with the troops in Greenland. And it basically looks like a frozen tundra and like off the set of like Empire Strikes Back. It's a really odd place where they just watched the world that was set up for the Cold War for 10,000 people, and now there's only 1,000 there. And I got to meet some really crazy individuals, some hardcore Eskimos that come on their sleds, just like 2 days just to go get like Chef Boyardee at the little PX. It's really like, it was just wild. But I met some people that were away from their kids, away from their loved ones back at home, and living this military life. And my father was in Vietnam, so I spent a lot of time talking to these people and really was sympathizing with their situation, and got home and started writing this song about being away from someone. And in the process of releasing the demos to the band, we lost our drummer, Chris Williams, suddenly. So I sort of steered the song into this vibe of the military, and Chris was actually in the military before he joined the band, and a situation where his family had to drive by his house in Williamsburg, Virginia, and obviously not see him anymore at such a young age. And so it's a little bit about both of that, and the kicker for all of this is that his little brother, Blake, was deployed to Afghanistan not too long ago, and he took the record with him, and it meant a lot to him. The band meant a lot to him, and the song meant a lot to him, and he played it around the base in Afghanistan, and sadly Blake was killed as well over in Afghanistan. So when we got that news, I was called by the commander of his platoon and said, "Are you Pat McGee? Did you write this song, Come Back Home?" And he's like, Blake Williams played this song to no end, on repeat around the barracks, and everyone loved this song. So it was crazy to get that call, and he's like, "Your song meant so much to us, and we're going to use it in this military sort of montage for all the people they lost in that period of time." So it was a heavy thing, and then they came back on their, he was only, of course, you hear these stories, and it was 2 months from coming home from his 3rd deployment, and he was killed. So when they got off the bus down in, I think, wherever they landed in the Carolinas, they all took a bus up to Wolf Trap to see the band play. So we had like this meet and greet, very emotional, hang out with his platoon. It was crazy. So you ask for Come Back Home, you get the whole story. So there you go. So there's a lot wrapped up in this one.
Closing, driving back to our house, hoping that I'll see your car, maybe your face. This must have been a mistake. The white lights flying by from the headlights, they disappeared like it did from my life. I know you right now, on somehow. Satellite, a million miles above my bed, breaking up from the static on the line in my head, fading out are they ever gonna end? Got your voice stuck in my head, haunted by everything you said. You said satellite, a million miles above my bed, breaking up from the static on the line in my head, fading out. Baby, I could do without being alone. So could you come back home? Could you come back home? If I know you right now, I know you're on and on somewhere. Satellites, a million miles above my bed.